Hello again, welcome to the next episode in the restoration of this 1967 E-Type Coupe. I've just had the shell blasted back to bare metal in all of the structural and non-visible surfaces. My priority now must be to get primer on it to protect it from the elements and flash rusting. I'm having to rotate the shell several times on the rotisserie here because there's still more and more dust in the cavities. I've got to keep going till I get it all out, so getting the torch in there and getting the vacuum cleaner in there is really helping me. Looking at the longitudinal underneath the car here, the car's on its side at the moment, there's loads of dried on mud that's obviously accumulated over a long time. The other one's clear, but obviously I need to clean all this out because this is just going to rot it from the inside eventually. Now that I've got rid of all the dust, my next task is basically to start cleaning up all of the bits that the blasting process didn't get. So there are little bits where there's just a little bit more pitting, and you can see the rust coming through. There are also bits where there's a bit of sealant and other things and a bit of paint remaining. So I'm going to go around and use this die grinder, so you get air-powered versions of this, but this is a nice battery-powered version. I'm using Rolock discs, so those come in different diameters, and you can get in effect sandpaper, so those just kind of twist onto here, and you can also get finishing pads that are much more like a Scotch-Brite, so these just kind of twist onto this mounting plate here, and that allows you to basically linish the surface in a localized area. So obviously just got to get rust away in all areas so that I can safely prime this knowing that it's not going to come back through. You really get to know a car when you're looking at it in this detail, so you can actually still see that there's little kind of slightly sharp bits on the original spot weld. I actually need to get into a tiny little bit of surface rust there, which means skimming off that bit of roughness, but it's really nice to see the originality of the car coming through. I've got this flange here that's all over the place. It's really wavy from where I guess it's been bashed in the past when the engines come in and out. We've got a bit of a dent in here, so this all needs straightening out. As shown in the previous episode, there's a number of areas in which I need to do repairs. So I don't really want to be putting epoxy primer on yet, because that will really seal all this off and it will become a pain. So what I'm using, as recommended by the painter, is this bodywork primer from Novol that is a temporary primer. So it'll keep the body safe for up to 6 months, but it's also weld-through, which will be critical for the work I need to do. There we have it. I've taken down this temporary spray booth and I've now got the shell safely in primer. Of course, what I need to move on to next is the repairs to the underbody and of course filling in the roof. Thank you very much for watching. Please join me next time.